song, hadn't heard in a while. Watching Breakfast Club the other day. I was like, oh man, forgot about that song. Told me not to forget about it, and look what I did. Alright, so I decided to do this kind of funky triad rhythm thing. I love doing that, but it was kind of screaming for it. It sounds best in the chorus, but I just play it throughout the entire thing because most of the song is just E, D, A to D, and that gets kind of boring and redundant for like 4 minutes, right? So we're gonna start with the intro. I was listening to it and playing an E major against it. That's not what he's doing because that major third, that G sharp, it clashes, right? I was like, so I'm 99% sure they're doing these open power chord voicings, right? You can really hear that, you know, stacking the thirds and fifths and doing that whole thing, right? So we're gonna start out 5-7-7, A, D, G. Keep the B and E open. Smack it, mute it. Then you're gonna go to 7-9-9 for the E. Open B and E. Okay. And then I was just kind of messing around doing the vocal melody. You can do like bend up on 7, have B on 5, bend it up 3 times. Then go to 10 and 8, bend it once. And then after that, we're going to go D, E minor, bar all of 7 from A down. You get 9, 9, and then 8 on the B. And you can do like a dive bomb if you got a whammy bar. Kind of sounds like he's doing that. You know, I just try to mimic it by sliding down to the C. Right, so we're just going to go D, E minor, C, D. You have 3-5-5, open B and E, back to D, pause 2 beats, and then go D to E again. Okay, and then you'll repeat D, E minor, C, D, and you get into the verse. Alright, so that whole opening. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, then we get into the verse, right? So what I was doing was each chord, it's E, D, A, D, each chord is 4 beats long. So I'm going to do 2 beats on each triad. I'm going to go open E, open 2-2-1 to this E, D-shaped form of the E chord, right? It's E triad. 4-5-4, G, B, E. And then I'm kind of doing this scratchy rhythm in between, switching the chords. And then we're going to go to D major. You're going to have 7 on G, 7 on B, 5 on the high E. And then we're going to go up to the other D major triad. 11 on G, B and E on 10. 2 beats on each one. Then we're going to keep that same shape. Go down to 5 and 6 for the A major. 6-5-5. Then we're come up and play another A major triad, the D shape of A major. 9, 10, 9, G, B, E. And here's where you can kind of get loose with the rhythm and play with the chords and how they change. So if it's 4 beats each chord, you can kind of stay longer on the A. Like you could go or you could switch with it and play it more like it's, you know, they're playing it with the chords and go like pretty sure that's how they're doing it on the song, is playing 4 beats on the D. But I just don't like hanging there, so I'll kind of go in between and split the difference, or I'll do a chromatic walk up, like or you could just go just mess around with it, whatever you feel. Whatever your internal kind of rhythm tells you to do, just do that, right? So then after the A, you're going to go to D, 11, 10, 10, and then up to E major, 13, 12, 12. Alright, so you have, where are are we? Right, and that repeats, and then you get into the chorus, same thing. And you can play that through the chorus, and then the end of the chorus, D, it'll kind of hang on A for 8 beats at the end, right? Before it goes into that kind of bridge that's rain keeps falling, dun, 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 dun. I don't know the words, but the bridge is just going to be C, G, D, and A right after the first chorus, right? And instead of playing it like this, we're going to stick with that kind of open bar chord, power chord kind of theme, just to keep the same kind of feel, right? So we're going to go 3, 5, 5, A, D, G, open B and E, then to G major, 3, 5, 5, 4, open B and E, then to D major, 5, 7, 7, open B and E, then A major, 5, 7, 7, 6, right? Each chord is 8 beats long, and it's going to do it twice. So you just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Right, so after you do that little bridge part after the end of the first chorus, when it finishes its second time around, you're going to go back to the intro. It's identical to the beginning intro of the song, right? D, E, then D, E minor, C, D, D, E, D, E minor, C, D, and then you're back into the verse. Okay, and then after that, repeats the chorus again, and then there's one little breakdown they do. It's at like 3 minutes and 12 seconds, and they just go from E to D to C sharp over D, back to D, and you can't really play the chords like this anymore, because once you drop the bass to C sharp, to me it just sounds too weird having that half step apart with the C sharp and the D, and it sounds weird also if you play it the D and E open, and then you just go here, and the whole bottom drops out. So I just play everything on the A and D string, and we're just gonna go A D 7 9, A D 5 7, and then A on 4 and 7 on D, and then back to 5 7, and it repeats that 4 times, and each chord is 4 beats long. So it's just so it does that 4 times, and then you're just right back into the chorus again. I said, you know, on, and then it just finishes out on the chorus. So that's everything. It's a pretty fun song to work on your rhythm, triad stuff with. Just it's at 111 beats a minute if you want to use a metronome or set a drum beat or something. But just practice slow, have fun.